Hey guys, and welcome to another Driving with Mitch and talking about business shit. I had lunch with a friend of mine just a couple of days ago that I haven't seen in like 5 years. She's doing really well, and she has a couple of businesses and she has something she's really passionate about, but she's focused on her current business, and she wants to do less of that and really focus on the things she's passionate about. And what she'd been thinking about, what her ideas that she came to was, I just won't work in this business because it takes a lot of my time, and I'll just focus on building this new one. And her main business is a photography business, and she does quite well in it, but it takes a lot of her time. It's very one-to-one. So I said to her, what parts of, and I went to sit down with her to try and catch up and see how she's doing, and it turned it into kind of a business consult. So I said to her, like, what are the things that you don't like about doing in your photography business? What are the things that take the most time, that drain you the most? And she's like, probably the editing. Like, I have people constantly chasing me for the photos that I've taken, and I normally, like, I'm pushing it back. Yeah, I'll have them to you in a week, and it's because I end up having to clump all the editing together, and I don't really enjoy it. I enjoy taking the photos and using my creative energy to capture a moment. And a lot of the stuff that she takes photos of is pregnant women, so it's very important. And she's trusted with taking proper photos, good photos, because it's not every day that you get pregnant, or you're going to get pregnant with the same kid again. So she's in a very unique position. So we started talking about outsourcing, and she said she's had staff before, and one of her fears was that staff will get good at it and end up undercutting her, because she had an apprentice that kind of worked for her, and that apprentice ended up learning where she was advertising and started doing photography and started basically undercutting her, which is bad, and that does happen. We've all experienced that if we've been in business for a number of years. And I said, well, that's totally cool. It's a lot easier and a lot safer when you're outsourcing overseas, because they're not here and they're not really able to take your business. And the other part of it is you want to outsource different segments of your business. You want to try to slice your business up into 4 or 5 pieces, 4 or 5 moving parts, and then work out what is it that you can outsource, or the things you don't like, so you can outsource them. So we started kind of working it out, and there's the booking side of it, there's the actually taking the photos, and then there's doing the makeup before the photos, then there's the post-production, and then there's delivery. So the post-production, she said, takes about 1/3 of the entire process from start to finish. And I said, let's focus, and that's the thing that she doesn't like doing the most, so let's focus on that for a minute. And I started showing her Odesk and different outsourcing sites like that, and I started showing some of the people that had over 1,000 billable hours and 4.8 out of 5 stars in feedback, and all of these raving reviews, and I showed her how much they were per hour. And these are qualified Photoshop photo editors that do this thing like full time every single day. And I showed her they ranged from between $3 and $10 an hour, and she was blown away. She's like, wow, so I could basically outsource all of the stuff that I don't like and do it for between $3 and $10 an hour, and be able to focus more on doing more shoots, more bookings, and running the business. And I said, yeah, it's really quite easy. Like, I've spent a lot of money on Odesk, and the whole system and the way that it all runs is very good, and it's very safe with your money, and it's hard to get taken advantage of on there, because they have a very strict, like, screening process and dispute resolution process. So I think Odesk has actually been renamed from Odesk.com to Upwork.com, because they did another merger. But this is just another example of just taking a 50-foot overview of a business, whether it be an online or an offline business, and looking at all the moving parts of it, and streamlining the things that you don't enjoy doing, so you can work on the things that you do enjoy doing. So she's starting to do that now, And obviously she's going to have some more concerns and things come up. One of them was, what if they take 2 hours to do what normally takes me 30 minutes? And I'm like, that's a really good question. And initially that's what's going to happen. It's going to take a few hours for them to learn the ways that you want to do stuff, because you need to procedurize and have a very specific process on how you do photo edits. But eventually, once you keep training them, keep working with them, they'll end up doing it just as quick as you, or even quicker, because it's the only task that they have to do. So, and when you're paying someone $3 an hour and it takes them 3 times as long for you to do it, that's $9 an hour. You gotta really ask yourself, am I really worth more than $9 an hour? And the answer should always be yes. Should always be yes. And that's why I have things on my laptop, which is just here. I have, let's see if I can open it while I'm driving. It says, is this task making me, oh, on the wrong side of the road, is this task making me $5,000 an hour? And the reason that is there is to remind me that I don't need to focus on these little tiny tasks all the time. But I have a team, I have people that I can outsource stuff to, and I have people that will get stuff done just as good, if not better than I can. Because I'm the visionary, I'm the person, the brains behind the business. I'm not the tacticians that are running around the field, shooting the enemy and taking bases. I'm the strategic officer. I'm the one that's making all the orders. So that's it. That's another little driving with Mitch video on how to outsource, or how to do your business in a way that makes things easier for you, and gives you more time, and ultimately makes you more money. Okay.